Yo, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly fine. I
How's it
was
going, man?
actually watching your stream and drinking some cider
Uh,
before
nice. Yeah, we
before the
got it. We
call.
got to get the chat hyped up. We got a bunch of people retweeting your tweet. So if you guys,
Uh,
just in case you didn't catch that, go to their Twitter. I just posted the link in the chat. Retweet it. Tag two friends. Make sure you're following both of us, and I'll do a giveaway at the end of the interview. Um, so yeah, I checked out your light paper, and really awesome.
mhm.
I like the strategy and the logic that you guys have. You sort of broke down the NFT space into sort of must-haves if you're going to be successful, both on tokenomics and how the staking works, and all these sort of different elements that essentially your team feels is extremely important for both the longevity and the floor price and all of these different things, these different elements to make a successful NFT based on, the other successful NFTs essentially. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, there are certain things that is like basically mandatory at this point, especially in the Solana space. And we've been in NFTs for quite some time now, Ethereum and Solana. We have been analyzing a lot of different NFTs. We have seen a lot of problems with deliverability.
Hmm.
A lot of these NFT projects, they usually consist of the designers and developers. And a lot of the times we saw that they undervalue the marketing aspect, the business aspects, and the community aspects of
Hmm.
it. And we, of course, on Solana, we also had a lot of rug pulls, and we were just, fuck it, like, if nobody can do it, let's do it ourselves, like, because we just got tired of this, all the bullshit that has been going on. You've
Yep.
probably seen the most recent one with Balloonsville and so on.
Big
At
time.
least, like, a couple of rug pulls a week. So
Yeah,
we
it's
kind of
crazy.
wanted to, like, bring some freshness to the space and deliverability. So basically, we delivered our roadmap one in a week.
Yep.
So we just like our motto is just like since the beginning we said like why a lot of questions were like why are not docs and so on. I said like we said that our work is gonna speak for itself and it does already.
Got it.
So yeah, so one was like scraping other projects, what is working, what is not, and then on top of that adding our unique own twist and keep adding of them. So
Yep.
basically, we have the foundation script from competitors in a sense, Ethereum and Solana, and now we're starting to add our own twist to that as well.
Interesting. And so then you guys, in terms of the roadmap, phase zero, you guys knocked out in a week. Is that what you're saying? Or is that phase one?
All phases, all
Oh,
phases.
you guys knocked them out.
Yeah, like if you go to the website, we have all the phases. We just the thing is I don't want to be like sound braggy or something, but we don't have time. Like there, like we have priorities, right? So we just like I don't think fixing up the website like every day we complete something is a priority. We just knock everything down, and then when we have time, we update everything. But on the website, it was delivered in a week since the mint, so it was delivered. The last phase was staking, and it was delivered 1 week after the mint, so on Saturday.
Oh, wow.
And now on Friday, we're going to release Roadmap 2.0. We already are implementing that roadmap, but the thing is, as I said, like, it's just like we kind of suck like at communicating everything we're doing day to day because
Hmm.
this space is moving really fast. Like one day in crypto is like 7 days in real world, you
Yep,
know.
very true.
So sometimes you don't even have time to like announce something because like announcements take time, you know, and
Definitely.
we don't want to delegate announcements because it has to come from the heart and yeah
I like
and then
that.
from
I
the
dig
founders
that.
it's
So you guys are
itself.
building fast. You're executing a lot, and one of the downsides to that is that you don't get to always update when every day you're doing 7 days worth of work essentially or more. So you guys are really moving
I'm
forward on executing a lot.
Yeah, I mean our motto is under promise and over deliver.
Yep,
We
love
said
that.
that like our roadmap can take like a month, but we complete it in a week. And now we have now I try to announce as little things as possible to keep that intrigue going on what's happening.
Hmm.
To quickly like for this only for the exclusivity of the stream is we're already working on breeding. We have two developers working on breeding, and also we already started working on staking V2 because we are coming from Web 2.0 businesses, and we know that how important it is to deliver and how important it is to test the most valuable products, so MVPs.
Yep.
So with staking V2, we went like tested the most basic kind of staking. We just stake and you get 15 AUST a day.
Okay.
And now we're gonna implement the second one staking that is on the Medium article, the white paper, but it's also gonna be a bit changed, a bit more modified, a bit more functions are added to that staking. So
Gotcha.
already devs are working on it. Breeding is gonna be out first, and then staking V2 is gonna come out.
Beautiful.
And yeah, and the last thing also the metaverse. So already scheduled an appointment with one of CEOs of a metaverse company.
Okay.
They work with a lot of NFTs. I don't want to like announce too much.
Totally.
Oh, sorry, Siri is talking to me. I don't want to announce too much, but already like started like building that foundation for the metaverse aspect of the project.
Interesting. And then I read somewhere, I think it was in this light paper, that you're gonna be releasing a 3D
Yeah, that's the metaverse
NFT for the
asset.
metaverse. Gotcha.
Yeah, and partnership with one of Solana metaverse projects. So
Gotcha.
far, we're thinking portals or something like that we just need to analyze, talk a bit more with the founders because with the time it's a bit easier. It's usually like sandbox and it's you're good to go. But with
Mm.
Solana, it's still in its early days, I would say, especially with all the building wise.
Yeah.
Ethereum had way more time to do everything.
Very interesting. And then can you just
Oh yeah,
explain for the chat a little bit about the two factions that you have going on? I read that it was sort of like Democrat, Republican, obviously not politically
yeah.
charged, but like you have two different uh, sides to the communities or sub DAOs, I guess. Is that what you're calling them?
Yeah, sub DAO. So basically, as you saw, most of the projects have DAOs now.
Yep.
And the biggest selling point of those DAOs is they're like getting you into whitelists, getting into for collaborations, maybe sharing some good like projects that are undervalued. And most of the time it kind of stops at that, unless you have extremely good DAO or like it goes a bit further from only crypto, only also to real life. And that's a very risky scenario. And we thought that these DAOs are like they're okay, you can make money, but it kind of stops there, you know.
Mm.
And we saw a lot of these DAO die out, like everybody's saying like community, 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 but community can die in a week, you
Yep.
know. And we saw that a lot of the times. So with this one, we also have a lot of alpha in the chat. Like we're getting a lot of whitelist for new projects, but we don't like just like somebody. We get a lot of suggestions for whitelist, but we have a couple of people responsible for talking with the team, going to the white papers, websites, and so on, and Twitters to
Gotcha.
make sure that all the whitelists we post are good quality.
Mm.
To like ensure that only like what's the point of minting a PFP at this
Right,
point, you
right,
know?
right, right.
So
Yep.
we make sure that the alpha is quality, and then we all on top of that we have the sub DAOs. So how this works is that you have application forms where people can apply either from Orangutan or Gorilla DAO. And
Mm.
we thought at first like it's gonna be hard, like if like one sided is more like favored than the other, it's gonna be hard. But in reality, like people do the work for us, like it's 50-50 all the time. So I
Interesting.
appreciate all my guys. Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy because we worked so hard to make gorillas and orangutans as cool as possible. Like not overcrowd each other. So there was a lot of thought like how to make orangutans cooler because like in real life, like I think most people pick gorillas. So we gave orangutans jetty powers, like they're like smarter, but gorillas are extremely fast and strong. And like there was a lot of thought went into that when like drawing, when building the lore and everything. And it's kind of worked out, so I appreciate that. And now how it works. So we're gonna have different kind of like short-term, long-term tournaments, quests, and so on. So for instance, one could be we give each community like $3,000, and they through voting
Mm.
decide what projects to flip, invest, sell, and so on. And that goes like for 2 weeks or like 4 weeks, and
Interesting.
then the winner gets all the money basically. Who makes more money?
That's pretty
That's
cool.
a,
I like that.
that's like that's just only one idea, right?
Right.
Another idea is to have marketing months. So like say for a month, each DAO has their own Twitter and each DAO like has their marketing like run-ups because you have to understand that people in NFTs like we made like submissions, right? and we saw what kind of people are in our community, and like we had like a section to write what you can add to this community, what you can add to this or that,
Mm.
and we have insane graphic designers, marketing specialists, entrepreneurs, and so on.
Yep.
So imagine what these people can do if they decide like, let's promote our DAO, you know?
Interesting. I love
And
that.
at the end, like they get rewarded with so on and so on. So these are a bit like more long terms, but we're also gonna have like shorter games. For instance, just a simple like reaction kind of on Twitter or on Discord, like you know, like some daily games or listeners. Because if you do something like for a month, it can lose that momentum. So we're
Right.
gonna like mix it up, long term, mid term, and short term kind of games, quests, tournaments. And the last one I want to talk about that we're gonna implementing kind of right now is like poker tournaments as well as gaming tournaments. So each community, let's say you're playing, I don't know what kind of game would you play yourself. It is team built. Do you
That's
have any in mind?
well, I play a bunch of games. Like I played Counter-Strike and I play like Path of Exile
Okay,
and all those
perfect.
games.
Yeah, so kind of like I was a huge Counter-Strike player myself.
Nice.
Sometimes we like all the founders and some team members like go we get like 5 members and then go play together like as a team building exercise.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. That's smart.
And so for instance, how to use Counter-Strike, it's like 5v5, right?
Yep.
So of course like then we need to see how many people from Realist and how many from Ranks are interested. But let's say we get like 15 from each, and then we have three teams basically, right?
Right.
And each player has to pull a certain amount of AOST in the pool. Let's
Hmm.
say 50 AOST, right?
Yep.
And then you have three games, so 50 times. Then each like games has 50 AOST pool. From that AOST, we take like around from 10 to 20% of AOST to burn it, like
Interesting.
for organizing everything as like as a has an additional burning incentive,
I like
and the
it.
rest goes to the winner team, distributed amongst the winners.
That's pretty
So
cool.
yeah, these
I
are
like
like
that.
we have many different
Right, because
ways.
you
Like
basically
basically,
have built-in like internal, like if there was only one, then you couldn't have apes versus gorillas, which allows you to do sort of these P2P things without leaving your overall apes on space ecosystem. Like other NFTs would have to do, so and so versus an outside NFT. You guys can have this sort of camaraderie within
yeah,
your single ecosystem.
yeah, and I mean it kind of like reminds people that there's life outside of NFTs, you know, because like in most of the other DAOs, because I've been in quite many of them, it's just like the same thing, like the same thing every day, like talking about NFTs, what to flip, how to make money.
Right.
But at a certain time, you get burned out from that, and like it
Definitely.
gets exhausting at certain point, and like people need to like. I want this to be like a community thing, not only because everybody makes money, but also because you kind of like escape here, you know, from
Totally.
all the madness, all the like crypto is very fast moving, and like you can like kind of like stay here, talk with with your boys from the orangutan family or from your gorilla family, and yeah, that's the ranks realist
Interesting. And then I
aspect of
have I
AI.
have one more question because I touched on it yesterday, but I want to definitely go over it again today. And then I have a couple questions in the chat that I've been writing down, so I
Mm-hmm.
can ask those to you. So my question is about it's tied into the staking because I remember I think yesterday someone was saying you're making $4 in AOS token per day from staking, or is that correct? And that is from the marketing budget. Is that how it works?
No, wait, let me actually calculate. The thing is, it fluctuates. Like it's
Got
hard
you.
to
Yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
that
It's
it's
not
only
it's
four
not
dollars.
a
It goes like from
USD.
350. Yeah, it goes from 350 to $4 usually.
Gotcha.
Sometimes over $4. Like each day is different.
But you're making
And
some
basically,
some money in AOS tokens on a daily basis for staking it, whether or not it's
yeah,
exactly
per
pegged
ape.
to a dollar amount. Um, that
Yeah,
that always
yeah,
fluctuates.
exactly.
Got you. Got you. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. And that's from
but if I can
royalty
add,
secondary sales. Oh yeah, go for it.
so it works a bit differently. So than like just from the royalties, because if it only is attached to royalties, then we always need constant volume. I believe this is not would not be a valid way for us to do it. So what we did instead, we released our own token,
Mm-hmm.
AOST. and that token is about 200 million supply, and 65% of that supply is locked
Gotcha.
for staking only. So people are gonna be able to get staking for like 10 years. It could
Mm.
reduce to 8 years if certain milestones are reached. And like a lot of people are using like, because we're gonna have like, it's not only gonna be like stake one ape, we're gonna have combinations. Like for instance, if you have one gorilla and one orangutan, you're becoming a diplomat because
Okay.
you're like signing a peace treaty between them,
Right.
and you
Right.
get 10% additional staking. If you have three gorillas, you have, I believe, 20% additional staking rewards because you have a crew of gorillas, like crew of a spaceship, let's say. And then we also
Interesting.
have like seven. It's coming in staking V2. Like you have milestones, week, month, 3 months, 6 months, and a year. So that's gonna be additional. So like it could go from like 10 years to 8 years. But we're
Interesting.
also thinking about making it deflationary supply and inflationary demand. Deflationary demand is already like implemented, but
Yep.
deflationary supply is not in staking yet. But we would like to reward our early supporters as much as possible. And then let's say like a year after, instead of rewarding 15 tokens, reward like 13 tokens. Have like
Hmm.
this curve. But this is not official. This is not implemented. But
Just an
it would
idea.
be a pretty good thing to do because having inflationary demand and deflationary supply would work really well for the all the people that we have currently
Oh
in
yeah, and
the
there's actually
community. And
someone in the chat, young DJ. He's saying I don't know. Someone else said you guys might already be working on this, but he said if you could lock your or stake your ape and lock it for a longer period of time, like 5 to 7 days, it could be cool if you choose your staking period, and the longer you stake, the higher multiple of AOST that you would earn to
yeah,
incentivize longer holds. Is that sort of what you were explaining?
yeah, yeah, with the milestones, yes, it's coming in V2
Gotcha. There you
staking.
go. So he's they
And
already got it.
yeah, but now then coming back to like so basically we're rewarding people with the supply, right?
Hmm.
But what a lot of projects are doing wrong is that they only reward with the supply, and naturally because there's more supply than and zero demand, basically, the token loses its value. So what we're doing, we're implementing like we want to make it as deflationary as possible, so we're implementing different burning mechanisms.
Hmm.
One burning mechanism is having money taken from royalties,
Got
a
it.
certain percentage of royalties to use for burning. So we burned already about, tell you real fast, um, wait, no, about 15,000 AOST tokens.
Okay.
Uh, and we only did that from the royalties. Then we're gonna have breeding. With breeding, you're gonna burn the tokens. Everything's gonna go to burn. We're also working with on a collaboration with other projects for coin flipping.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like we're gonna have a lot of new utilities, a lot of burning ways, a lot of
Nice.
ways to burn the token, basically.
And chat has
So like basically,
questions about breeding. They want to get a little bit more information on the breeding. It was something I
it's
think I saw
it's not
three
gonna be
times.
called breeding.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be because we want to like also like we're marketers, right? So breeding is a term that is used by a lot of projects now. So we're gonna change it to recruiting, and we're gonna build a lore around that. So instead of like two gorillas are making love to each other, they're gonna be like gonna go to a different planet to get more soldiers for the war.
Okay.
And
So
these
they can build
soldiers
like a
like it's
mini
gonna be
army almost.
exactly. So
Got you.
it's gonna be recruiting.
Recruiting, not breeding. Okay, there you go. I love that. Someone else asked which one is your favorite? Are you a gorilla or an orangutan? Your profile picture is
Uh,
gorilla, so I don't know. Or you're a
yeah,
diplomat.
like
You're on
so.
both sides.
Yeah, I kind of need to be a diplomat, right? Because
Yeah.
I can spy on everybody, like all the chats. But at first, I was an orangutan because I'm gonna send you a picture to your profile.
Yep.
Okay. So basically, the reason why I was orangutan because I fell in love with this. This was our MVP orangutan
Oh
from
wow.
our designer. This was like after the very first. orangutan, and I was like, it looked way cooler than gorilla because our gorilla looked whacked. We had like four different apes that we were thinking about, and at the end we went with orangutan and gorilla.
Hmm.
We also had mandarin. I'm not gonna find the pictures yet, but maybe while we talk, I'm gonna look for them because it's just gonna show it like the thought process of uh, building that project and like building the art.
Totally.
But then I saw the gorillas one. They looked so dope. Worked out like I'm responsible for like the whole structure and so on of the project
Mm-hmm.
as well as the role lore. So when I was building the 101s and everything, I kind of went for the gorilla army.
Nice.
But yeah,
I love it. I think it's super awesome. I like the design a lot, and I like you guys have a very deep and thoughtful, layered approach to all of the different sort of utility aspects that go together. A lot of projects have breeding or recruiting, and some projects have uh, staking, and some projects have burning, but you sort of have combined the best elements of all the past projects and put them into sort of one thing where you have a lot of different interesting triggers or economic theories that are going into hopefully making a really awesome project. Oh, I'm gonna pull these up on the stream. Those are cool.
one more. We had four variants: so chimpanzee, madril, gorilla, and orangutan. And yeah,
Maybe
I
you
mean,
recruit these guys. That'd be cool.
maybe we don't know. I can't tell you. I can't
Right,
tell
it's a
you.
secret. It's a
But
secret.
yeah. You need to keep some mystery, you know.
100%.
Uh,
So you guys stay
but
tuned. You got
yeah,
to stay tuned in their Discord if you want to know what's next for recruiting and all that stuff.
yeah. I dropped some hints. Like as I said, I love talking with the community, and I never take myself too serious, and I feel that people appreciate that. I just hop on, and like some people don't even know that I'm like a founder, one of the founders of this
Oh, nice.
project, and everyone like just chatting and oh wait, you're the founder, and like
Right.
yeah, what's up?
That's pretty
So
cool.
yeah, like yeah, so if you guys want to hop in and just talk like about the project or whatever, please do. I also say hello to our community. Like there's a lot of people that just want to help the project, and I really appreciate. Like for instance, a few days ago we needed a new moderator for the Europe time zone,
Hmm.
and I got like 10 applications in like in a matter of minutes, and then naturally I only had to pick one. So I went through all of them, see what they have written in the Discord, and like pick the one who was like basically a moderator without getting paid.
Oh, wow.
And then instead of like people getting angry, like 30% of them said like, I just want to help the project, to be honest. Could I get like some kind of helper role,
Oh,
like as
wow.
a helper, not a moderator, like just so I could help build the project?
That's
And I was
awesome.
like, yeah, for sure, man. Like I appreciate that.
Strong community.
And
That's always good.
yeah, like I really appreciate that. And coming back to the things you said, that we took most of the like things from other projects. Yeah, I mean we scraped a lot, and there's a lot of shitty projects, but they have like some good aspect to it.
Right, right.
And if you manage to get like 20 of these projects and like take out the best aspects, you can build something pretty good. But in crypto, it's really important to innovate. I think in every like tech aspect of, or like any company, it's really important to innovate. We saw what happened to Kodak. We saw what happened to BlackBerry. They stopped innovating, and then something better came up, right?
Hmm.
So we're constantly trying to innovate, add new utility to the token, and so on. And our goal is to become some kind of like mixed thing between Stone Ape Crew and Barbecue Dragons.
Mm.
Barbecue Dragons having that insane community, and Stone Ape Crew having that like a lot of utilities coming in. So we want to have like some in the middle between that.
Love it. Love it. Is there anything else that we didn't cover that you want to let everyone know, or should I get ready to hop off and we'll pick this winner? By the way, guys, if you want to know, we're doing a little giveaway. Go to this tweet from Apes on Space, follow them, retweet it, and tag 2 friends to get entered. We're gonna pick that in a couple minutes here, right when we jump off. Was there anything
To be
else that you
fair,
wanted to go over, or did we sort of nail it? We
I
sort of
don't,
got a lot of stuff, went through a lot of stuff.
yeah, I personally don't want to talk about my project, but I want to encourage people to research when investing because
Always.
there are a lot of good projects in the community, but the liquidity is grabbed a lot of the times by rug pulls or like just hype projects. So make sure you're doing a lot of research back to the team as much as possible. If you're asking thought-provoking questions and the team gets defensive and like kind of says you like shut the fuck up,
Yep.
sorry for my language,
No, no, it's
try
fine.
to avoid them because it's a major red flag. If you're asking like hard questions and they are trying, at least trying to answer, or like saying like we're gonna back to you, at you later, then it's good. But if they get defensive and like saying like don't spread FUD, it's a red flag. Don't do
Yep.
anything.
I
And
agree
yeah,
100%.
overall, just be safe in the crypto space. Always do your diligence, whether it's NFTs, whether it's like coin investing. It's easy to make money, but it's even easier to lose it.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, I just want to end on that.
I love that. I love the thought provoking and sort of like do your research. Make sure this is sort of a more general advice, but it plays to sort of the kind of mind that you have and what you're doing with what you're building and how you want to be thoughtful moving forward. And so, guys, if you're interested in learning more and asking questions, definitely join their Discord. Is your Discord open or it's there's a wait list?
Yeah,
So head
it's
over to their
open for
Discord
now.
before they close it. Make sure you get in there. And if you have questions or want to do research, definitely hit them up. They're always very helpful with the information, and I was super quick to jump in there, and you guys started talking to me right away, and we set this up I think the next day. So I'm super into that, and you guys are very active, and I like what you're building.
I appreciate it, man. I really thankful for allowing us to come on your stream. Check what you're doing, and you're the real G, man. I appreciate people like you educating like people in the crypto space and having like us, like different founders coming on your stream and like getting more insight because sometimes it's easy to think that it's a pretty decent project because it's easy to write a nice copy on the website,
Yep.
but when you start talking, you can see that it's shit. So I think yeah, this is really dope that you're doing. I appreciate that.
Love it. And I'd love to have you guys on again when you launch some of your other stuff, the recruiting and all that. I'd love to have you
Oh yeah,
back,
so
and we can
probably next week, right?
sweet, yeah, yeah. Next week we're gonna
Yeah.
you guys are gonna be. Listen, if you're shipping, I'd love to have you guys on again and again and again as a regular thing, and just sort of like cement yourselves as one of the projects that's always coming up with new, cool, interesting things. And I think that'll help bring more people into your community.
Okay, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna shoot you a message when we have something cool rolling out. I'm,
Perfect.
I'm not gonna shoot you have like minor update, only major ones. Okay.
Awesome. Love it. Great to
Okay, I
chat, man.
appreciate it, man. Take care.
Have a good one. Peace.